story begins in a place all newsmen dream of, in New York City. It was a time before cell phones and steroids, and for Ron and his now wife Veronica, life was good.
Ron Burgundy begins in the known world, married to Veronica Corningstone, where the couple are co-anchors for a news network in New York City.
Have a great broadcast.
You too, darling.
This is the weekend edition of the WBC News. I'm Ron Burgundy.
And I'm Veronica Corningstone. Today, the UN announced sanctions against...
When these two are done, send them up to my office.
After 35 years man in the hell, I'm back in is thinking about stepping down.
Do you think we should be reading the nightly newsroom?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Oh my god.
I'm hyperventilating.
Yes, I see that.
This is a very demanding job,
Yes.
but I think you might have what it takes. Let me take a closer look.
Is it odd to say you smell terrific?
Please.
Okay.
Are you finished?
Oddly enough, I'm 100% full-blown Mexican from the state of Oaxaca.
No, you're not, honey. Yes, sir? Oh, my heart is racing.
Veronica, we're about to make network history here.
Yes?
You're gonna be the first female full-time anchor.
Oh my goodness.
I knew it.
As for you, Ron,
I'm going to be the first lactose-intolerant news anchor.
you're fired.
Come again?
You are the worst anchor I have ever seen. You're fired. Now, I know given your relationship, this is going to be a bit tricky, so I'll give you guys a night to think about it.
Ron Burgundy receives his call to adventure when he gets fired by Mac Tannen, forcing him to deal with unemployment in New York City. He leaves his old life and sets out to make a change.
Who the heck is Julius Caesar? You know I don't follow the NBA.
Mommy? Daddy? Why are you guys yelling at each other? Did Mommy try touching Daddy's hair again?
Walter, you need to go back to sleep. Mommy and Daddy are just having a discussion.
No, he needs to hear this. He's 6 years old. He's a man. Walter, are you looking at me? Walter, listen to me. Walter,
Yeah.
Walter. Life's not all about jumping rope and grabbing apples. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an astronaut or a cowboy.
You're never going to be any of those things.
Ron.
It's bottom line, Veronica. It's me or the job.
Honey, don't throw everything we've been working hard for.
Me or the job.
Veronica Corningstone, his wife, serves as the threshold guardian. When Ron gets fired by Mac Tannen, Veronica gets a promotion. Ron doesn't want her to take that job, and he threatens leaving her and Walter if she does. Veronica gives in and allows Ron to leave after understanding he needs to go on his own journey.
This is the end. Without a job at SeaWorld, I've reached rock bottom. I know it's not a pretty sight, Baxter. You can leave the room if it's too much, Baxter. Goodbye, my sweet hairy prince. Oh my god!
Mr. Burgundy, hello.
Oh my god.
What happened?
I tried to kill myself because my life's a mess. I saw no other option.
I think you're telling the truth, but why does it sound like you're lying?
It was a call for help, but it didn't work because I'm too heavy.
Yeah, I think you're telling the truth.
Yeah, I am.
Let me take you out for some food.
These are some first-rate flapjacks. I don't care what anyone says. Suicide makes you hungry.
My name is Freddie Schapp, and I'm going to be the producer of a new kind of news, a 24-hour news channel called GNN, Global News Network.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I have ever heard. 24 hours of news around the clock?
Yep,
Freddie Schapp, you are an idiot.
I assure you, Mr. Burgundy, this is 100% real. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Manhattan, and Kench Allenby, owner of Koala Airlines.
I'm a big Kench Allenby guy.
He is funding the whole thing. He believes in it.
I don't think you get it, Freddie. My hero, Mac Tannen, said I was the worst news anchor he had ever seen.
Here's your first week's salary.
Sweet cream on turtles.
So what do you say, Ron?
I'll take the job. I'll take back my son. I'll restore my reputation. I'll make everything right with Veronica, and I'll do what God put Ron Burgundy on this earth to do, to have salon quality hair and read the news.
Ron, you've made my day.
Ron is saved from the darkest of his times after getting fired from SeaWorld when Freddie Schaap hires him to work as an anchor at the Global News Network in New York. He accepts the job because of the pay that Freddie offers him, and he is ready to enter an unknown at the first ever 24-hour newscasting show. Freddie Schaap is the helper because he hires Ron, which begins his journey from San Diego to New York, taking him to the top ranks once again. Freddie Schaap continues to help Ron throughout his career at GNN by helping push his ideas for the news through the network. Walter Burgundy is the mentor because he inspires Ron to become a better dad and to become the best anchor in the country. Through the pain that Ron suffers from seeing his son with a new fatherly figure in the house, Ron continuously works harder for Walter. Without Walter, Ron would have gone nowhere towards his enlightenment.
I've got the best dang news team. I just need to find them.
You're called.
Here's your food, sir.
Finally, wait, there's a huge band-aid in my food!
Let me help you with that. Get over here before I crush your head. If you're from the census, take me off your list.
Champ, you never did have much of a bedside manner.
Ron Burgundy, come over here.
How are you doing?
God, I have longed for you.
I missed you too.
God, this feels like home.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm better now. Anyway, one day my boss comes up to me and says, "You're a dangerous man, an alcoholic and a racist, and I doubt you know a lick about sports." So I tell him, "Ed, let's grab some drinks and go watch a baseball game where the Mexicans hit some touchdowns." Next thing you know, he fires me. Luckily, on my way out, I fake a work injury, and I bought this place with the settlement.
Glad to see you landed on your feet, champ.
What brings you here, Ron?
We got a job in New York City.
Whammy! Looks like you got yourself a sportscaster.
Any idea where Brian Fantana is?
You haven't heard? He made it big.
Hey Brian, got any time for little people?
Oh, hey.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Cham. Welcome to my doze.
This place is fantastic.
It's amazing.
A bit chaotic today. We have the Cat Fancy cover coming out. Oh, hey, look. We filmed this 2 weeks in Prague.
Wow.
So, what are you guys doing here?
We're getting the news team back together.
Really?
Yeah, we want you to be in it.
Oh, geez. I don't know if I can. I got the world by the tail here.
Well, I totally get it. You're basically the Quincy Jones of photographers. Why would you want to leave?
Oh my god, look at this terrible Cat Fancy cover. I'm screwed. I need a change.
Well, one question remains. Where's Brick Tamlin?
Oh, you guys didn't hear?
No, what happened?
Brick's dead.
Oh.
He swam out to go pet a bird and never came back.
Oh.
Brick was a great man,
Really?
and I'll miss him so much. And I'll not rest until I find this killer.
What? His killer?
I still can't believe that he is gone.
He's not gone.
I feel like I just saw him yesterday.
You're probably looking in a mirror.
When I got the news, I couldn't make sense out of it.
No one could understand.
Why? Why did you take him from us?
Brick, you're clearly right in front of us.
Brick's dead.
No, Brick's alive.
Brick's dead. Look at him.
Brick's not dead. You're not dead, Brick.
You're Brick. You're not dead.
Brick, it's you.
He's dead.
No, he's not. Touch yourself, Brick.
I am Brick.
Yes.
I'm alive.
Yes.
Ron gets hired by Freddie Schaap, but he needs his old crew to reach his best performance levels possible in New York City. He has to travel through San Diego searching for his crew. He finds Champ Kind at his restaurant, Champ Kind's Whammy Chicken. They then find Brian Fantana at his studio photographing kittens for magazines. Finally, they find Brick Tamlin at his own funeral. Once his team has been reunited, Ron is ready for New York and GNN.
I don't see what the big deal is about Jack Line. He's not that great.
What'd you say?
Oh, nothing.
No, I heard you say something.
He said you're not that great.
Brick!
He's coming over.
Is that what you said?
I know.
I'm gonna rip this guy in half.
No.
Just let me get a little piece of him.
The guys just look up to you so much. I said some junk.
That's funny. Aren't you the guy who lost his job to his wife?
Ooh! Brick, come back over here.
Shouldn't you be doing her makeup?
Ooh!
Hey, break it up, guys.
Shut up, Brian.
No, you shut up. Okay, Jack, lame. Ooh!
Looks like Mr. Butthole's got some fight in him.
Well, you listen to this one, big fella.
Yeah?
I bet we beat your ratings tonight.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to keep myself together right now.
No, don't do this. Jack has prime time. We're on at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, Brian. I like this bet. What are the stakes?
If we lose, I'll move back out of New York City and I'll never read the news again.
And if by some snowball's chance you pull a trick out of the hat and win?
You change your name to Jack Lame, legally.
I like this. It's on.
Me with the didgeridoo. I knew we struggled to start, but these ratings are lower than I even imagined.
Thank God for that 2 a.m. spike. It really saved our launch.
Spike? What Spike? What are you talking about?
Burgundy.
Who's Ron Burgundy?
No, this can't be right.
His team started with a 0.2, now they finished with a 5.6.
That's unbelievable. They tripled Jack Lime's numbers. How's that even possible?
Who are these guys?
They're a local team out of San Diego.
Ron gets in a mini fight with Jack Lime, and the result of this fight is in the form of a bet. Even though Ron has the graveyard shift and Jack is on prime time, he bets Jack that his team will get better viewing numbers. If Ron wins, he makes Jack Lime change his name to Jack Lame. If Ron loses, then he has to leave New York City and never anchor for a news company ever again. Ron performs fantastically and beats Jack Lime's ratings.
And after I received my master's in journalism from Columbia, I got a job in the London Borough with ABC News.
Wow, London. I've only been out of the United States twice. A couple times to Mexico and once to Salem, Oregon.
Mr. Burgundy, are you nervous?
Yes, oh my gosh, yes. I'm just a little old-fashioned.
Did I come on too strong?
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your leg between my legs?
No.
Oh, it's my hand. We're gonna do this, aren't we?
We most definitely are gonna do this.
It's just a little awkward because I'm about to have sex with a black lady.
After Linda, one of Ron's bosses, notices Ron's success by substantially raising the views for GNN, she begins to distract Ron by falling into his sexual desires. To return on his journey, Ron realizes that his relationship with Linda is harming him more than helping.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know there's one reason that GNN has gotten to the top, and that reason is the greatest bloody newsman in the world. Long may he reign, Mr. Ron Burgundy!
Let's plays.
Who cares about Ron Burgundy?
Ron, you should see what you're doing.
In the myth of Icarus, full of the folly that comes with pride, flew too high and the sun melted his wings. Burgundy's fame was bigger than he ever imagined, and the fall was dooming.
Darn it, Milton, what is it?
Well, when it looked as if both optic nerves are separated from their respective corneas.
What?
No other way to say this, but you're blind.
I'm an anchorman. I can't be blind. I read off the teleprompter. What will I do?
While Ron figure skates in front of a large crowd, Jack Lame throws a wire onto the ice and Ron slips on it. Ron is declared blind and goes to isolate himself by living alone in a lighthouse with his dog Baxter. Ron has lost the three most important parts of his life: his friends, his family, and the ability to read off the teleprompter as an anchorman.
Wow, I never thought I'd see Ron Burgundy with so much self-pity.
Who is that? What is that noise?
Here, come take my hand.
I can't see it.
Ron, you need to learn to do it for yourself.
Nicki Minaj, is that you?
Can't you tell by my voice, Ron?
Michael Jackson?
Really?
Every news station has been copying you, Ron. All the stories are about animals or car chases.
The genie's been let out of the bottle and Ron popped the cork.
That's why I quit WBC News.
What?
There's no real news being reported out there, Ron. It's all about ratings.
Why are you here?
I'm here for our son, Ron. It's time for you to take responsibility for him and for yourself.
Do you realize you're talking to someone who tried to brush their teeth with a live lobster this morning?
Wouldn't you realize that it was a lobster?
Just saying, it's not going to be a cakewalk.
Dad, Baxter found something on the beach.
Ron, be careful.
What is it?
Well, it looks like some kind of a fish, but it's caught in a net, and if we don't help it, it might die.
Here, we won't let this fella die.
Ron, it's a shark, honey.
Let's do it together, Dad.
We'll put him in here until he's good enough to go back into the deep ocean. We'll name him Dobie.
Even though Ron Burgundy had lost his sight, he had never seen so clearly. And with every inch Dobie grew, so did Ron's heart. And so, just like the passing of the seasons, it came time for Dobie to return to the deep water she was meant to call home.
Oh, Dobie, I'll never forget thee.
Dad, promise you'll always be there for me.
I will always be there for you, and nothing can stop that.
Thanks, Dad. I love you.
All right, let's get back to the lighthouse.
Joined by his wife and son who come to live with him in the lighthouse, Ron and the family decide to protect a shark and keep it as their pet. After naming it Dobie, the family grows a strong attraction and connection to it. Finally, when it is time for Dobie to be set back out in the wild on his own, Ron has a sudden change in perspective where he overcomes his ego and begins to commit actions out of the love straight from his heart.
Ron, the operation was a success, but we won't know for sure until we remove the bandages.
Yes, I can see.
The transformation occurs when Ron goes to get the surgery performed to correct his vision. Once he awakens and discovers that he is able to see, Ron completely transforms and has conquered the challenges he faced after going blind. Now, Ron has regained his strong passion for his family and being an anchorman.
You see, folks, I've read a lot of news in my day, but it's taken me until now to realize what real news is. Real news is supposed to let people know what the powerful are up to, so that that power does not become corrupt. But what happens when you get the powerful on the news?
He's blowing the whole thing up.
Recently, I've been on a personal journey. I became blind. I bottle fed and raised a live shark. But the most important thing I've learned, there was an emptiness left. I'm turning my back on 3 of the best friends anyone could ask for. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to see my child's recital and tell the woman that I love that I still love her. Good night, America, and never forget, you deserve the truth.
During the live telecast after returning from his isolation, Ron addresses that ratings are not important and criticizes news networks for not broadcasting important topics going on in the world. He understands the importance of his family and his friends, and that he needs to keep them close. Ron is now at one with himself.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Dad!
Son, I fought off a minotaur to be here, and I do it again.
Dad, together we can defeat voodoo!
Ron had finally learned how to love his son and his wife more than his career.
After winning a fight against teams from various news networks, Ron is finally able to physically return to his family by showing up to attend the last parts of Walter's piano recital that he had promised to attend. Secured by the love of his family and friends, Ron has finally found himself in a stable and comfortable environment.